Hey folks, what's up ET? So I got a little Georgetown biface here. It's heat treated, I believe, and we're gonna see if we can knock it into a point. It's let's see here. If things go well, it will be the third and final Steiner point, and this one's going to be how I think it should be. I like the other two, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of variance in those points. I've noticed that. I've looked in two different books and all the pictures that my buddy had sent me, and they varied greatly. But the ones that my buddy sent me are the most eye-appealing, in my opinion, and we haven't made one like that yet, so hopefully this is going to be that one. Obviously we don't need all this real estate because it's a pretty small point. Got a squatter in the middle of my point, and you know we don't like squatters. Made a big old mess right there, didn't I? We'll get it off. No doubt. Alright, say hello to my little friend. That did not work. Dag nabbit. Okay, we got it. I knew we'd get it. I had faith. heck is going on right there in that part of this piece? I have no idea. But it apparently don't like me. It's giving me a hard time. We can get another one to go up from the bottom. What a mess. All right, let's go do some pressure. Now that I've messed it all up, let's go do some pressure. Let's see. Mike Tough Notcher / Booger Picker to the rescue. I actually set those up just so I could demonstrate this tool. Not really. I wish I was good enough to set something up like that up. But not really. I just made a mess, that's all. Let's see. We should probably get out the issue stick. Did I tell y'all I was going to be out of the shop tomorrow? Yeah, go on a rock run. I'm going to have to pause you for just a second. Okay, I may have to pause you again before this is over, I'm not sure. We've got a dilemma going on with the water running to the ibex. we got 20 something people coming over for Thanksgiving. Well, that'll be nice. My youngest sister and her husband and kids are, well, all but one are in town. We don't get to see them a lot, so it's going to be nice to be spending some time with them. I just busted that out, doggone it. Not sure how I managed to bust it out, but I did. Get some flake scars across this thing. Probably not zoomed in enough. I wasn't zoomed in enough the other day either, and I zoomed it in editing, but it takes a lot of work to do that. Well, not really, but not a lot of work, but just time. I didn't even know it was I figured that was something you could do, but I didn't know that for sure until I did it. I need to run some flakes into that. Lost my pad. Where'd it go? Hold on. All right. Try and run some flakes in there. I just broke it. You got to be kidding me. Good grief. Man, I have been on a breaking spree here lately. I mean, break. And I am starting to get tired of breaking and salvaging. She's gonna be small now. I was hoping to make this one a little bit bigger, but we'll still get what we need, I think. Maybe. You guys are probably like, every time we turn on the TV and watch this guy, he's breaking them. That's been the case for about the last week. Every point I make, it seems like I have to break it at least once, sometimes twice. I'm not sure as to why that is, but that's what's happening to me, so. Smaller Mike Tough hand flaker. This one I was trying to do everything with. You can't do everything with a little bitty hand flaker, but this one here has got a much larger nail in it. Still got a couple of fingernail hinges on there. Oop, I lost it. The other day, if you guys watched the video the other day, I broke one of them twice. Well, actually, it was in the number one, the first one of these I did. Broke that point twice. We still ended up with a point. But, let's see here. Okay. Let's figure out what we're going to do here. Hopefully I left myself enough width. I hear the side-by-side out there running, and I'm not exactly sure as to why it's just out there running. walking. Hold on to it, can I? This was going to have much more random, hopefully larger barbs, sharper, narrower barbs. The barbs on these were facing forward, facing backwards, just all over the place. Someone had suggested that it was a point made for war. And that may be, I have no idea. I think that was their theory on it though. It's not easy going from trying to make things symmetrical to this. That's a pretty major transition. I don't know why that is, but I guess your brain just gets trained to making things a certain way, and then or trying to. I like that better already, and that looks a little more correct to me. According to all the pictures I looked at, and man, I looked at a lot of them, there is a lot of variances, but the ones like I flashed up the pictures of on the video one is I don't know, probably the most attractive anyways. They are crazy looking. This Mike Tough notcher barb maker picker thing is a pretty cool tool. Works great for all the above. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but Marcia's about ready to make her other video for the next stage in her. That's pretty cool. Doggone, how many times have I dropped this thing? If someone's here or barking at Marcia out there. My buddy also told me keep the file away from your barbs. He didn't like that much. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, Keith didn't like my touching up the tips with the file. I like this one turned forward. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, I think. Yeah, that looks more like they probably should be, believe it or not. Just pretty doggone random. It's even better. That thing all pointy out there like that. Yep. It is pointy. Those things are pokey, boy. Yeah, They are pokey, very pokey. That's it. That's all she wrote. You know, like a little clean her off. Yeah, you wouldn't want to get shot by that thing. That's the best one yet. I know it looks crazy, but I believe that's how they're supposed to be. Let me get the book. Zoom out here a little bit. Look at the book one more time. Let's see. Steiner right there. So that's all they got in the book here. And you can see some of them hardly got any barbs on them at all. But they could have broke off. And then some of them are just, I mean, just crazy random. I'll flash up the picture that he had sent me of the ones down there, but I think that's a little bit closer. There's just no rhyme or reason to them at all. There's a few more on this side. That one's actually a little more symmetrical, sort of. But like this one's got two hanging off one side and one hanging off the other. The examples that he sent me, that he took pictures of down at the artifact show, were probably better examples than this. Well, I know they were. They were pretty finely made. It must have came out of a mound or something. But that would be hafted just like that and then shot through whoever or whatever. And you'll notice if you look in the picture I flashed up, I don't know if it's up right now or not, but some of these are pointing forward, some are backward, some are out. Be more on one side than the other. We got 4 barbs on one side, 2 on the other, and pretty cool little point. But that's it for Steiner making. We're going to move on to something different. I'm probably going to nap one of the I'll be gone all day tomorrow. I've got so much to do in the leather shop. I'm going to be kind of sparse around here for a little while. Not going to be around too much, most likely, if I can stand it. But you know, I'm just like everybody else. I go, you know, you think, well, I'm going to take a few days off from nap, and then next thing you know, you're napping a point. But that's cool. I like that a lot, and it's going to go in the Steiner collection. I should get all 3 of them. Let me grab all 3 of them. Okay, here we go. So here's our 3 points. This is our first one we made right here. Oops, wrong direction. I'm going to try and zoom you guys in here so you can see a little better. Actually show up pretty good on that, huh? Here's our last one we just made. So there's quite a bit of variance there. And this one's probably, it's harder to see the barbs on this one because they're much finer barbs than these here. And this is more correct how they need to be. In most of all the examples, the barbs are real fine like this here, and everything looks bigger on the video. But these are very fine, and you can see the difference in those. And this is much more random, more like what they need to be. I still like this point, and I really like this one. I mean, I really, the whole thing with this point. It's got the little flare out on the tips there, and I like the whole look of this point a lot. But this is more like how the Steiner should be, with the fine little barbs, and more random, fewer than what this is. Although some of those examples got barbs all the way up them, so in the book here that I showed. So anyhow, there's our points, and appreciate you watching. If you've been following along on this little Steiner thing, I know how to do them now, and I knew how to do them here. I knew they were supposed to be like this, but my mind just kept going to symmetry. So I got this symmetry here, which is fairly symmetrical. And then we went to this, and then I forced myself into this. So anyways, I really did have to force myself into this and think about it. So, and when you're doing this and you want these to stick out like this, well, not on this style point or different, just kind of make your notch go in there, and then you're just, you know, you're bringing the body of your point in so your barbs will stick out. And there's really not that much to it, but I think it looks pretty good. Those things are pokey, really pokey. So pretty cool. Anyways, I appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Y'all keep napping.